let's move slightly away so that the shark will leave us alone. Shark, what did I just say? And then we find our Degassi base. Down here. You only need 2 beacons if you're willing to do math. Well, math sounds awful. No, I still like my plan. We go to the Degassi base. I can find it. From there we go to that that fossil cave area, and we hope that it is what we're looking for. Because ultimately, figuring out what's going on with this disease is a requirement for getting off planet, and this is the disease research facility. So it's definitely a thing we need to sort out. Basically right above it, so we should be finding a cave around here somewhere. Obviously, I don't remember exactly where the cave entrance was, but this looks reasonable. Is that our cave entrance? Ugh. Nope. Let's do some quick repairs. Can you guys stop hitting my ship? Let's just keep going lower because we're trying to get down to 500-meter depth. So the closer we get to that, the more likely we are in the right place. Like here. There we go. This is looking more likely. Okay, so that's the Degassi base. We want to stay away from the crab squids. Although, there's something to be said that I could try freezing them with the stasis rifle and then scanning one. Are we heading towards the enforcement platform? We kind of are, actually. Hey, I hear you, Warper. You can just leave me alone. Oh, that was actually a skeleton in this brine. Let's scan one of you guys. Ghost Ray. Ghost rays. This ray species has adapted to deep-sea conditions. Its body is fully protected by a translucent skin, and its large wings are capable of generating considerable thrust. Poisonous flesh. As is common for rays on 4546b, the ghost ray's flesh is inedible, making it one of the more resilient herbivores. Feeding behavior. Feeds on plant matter that is settled on the ground in deep-sea caverns. Inedible. Where... Hello? Where's my ship? There we go. Well, it's one thing I don't like. It's got a locating beacon, but when you're close enough to it, the beacon goes away. And then it might just blend into the background.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, we are heading kind of in the direction of the enforcement platform, but we're still 22 meters away. Or 2,200 meters, not just 22 meters. That would be really close. Okay, is this where we saw that giant Leviathan? Yeah, again, fossils. This has got to be what we're looking for. It missed. Come on. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. All right. That's slightly terrifying. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. We managed to get it though, and that is what matters. Probably a carnivore. Leviathan. Okay. Ghost Leviathan juvenile. Not even a adult. Juvenile. Yo. This large predator has adapted to live in deep waters and dark cave systems, attacking anything and everything in its quest to grow larger. Torso, soft outer membrane, and elongated body enable superior navigation of tight cave environments. Displays some similarities to other eel-like predators in the area. However, the Ghost Leviathan is covered over the electrical prongs on its inner torso with a taut, transparent membrane which delivers superior maneuverability. Diet. In its juvenile state, this leviathan feeds on larger herbivores and unfortunate members of its own species. They display a remarkable rate of growth, which shows no signs of stopping, suggesting that they must abandon their hatching grounds before they grow too large to make for more open waters. Assessment: avoid. That I do believe. Okay. Enforcement moon pool is that way, so I'm guessing our underwater base is this way. We are roughly the right depth. I'd love to scan that skull, but I don't want to tangle with you. We've had our fun. So we want to go a little bit deeper. He's way over there. Maybe I can quickly swing in. You don't see me. We're all friends here. Hey. Let's get away from him. I mean, there looks to be some sort of cave system down there. But here we're going deeper. Deeper feels more correct. We're trying to get closer to 800 meters. Okay, I think I'm very much far enough away. What does that have to say about that skeleton? Where would it even be? Not a blueprint. Geological data? No. Deceased. It'll be in here. Gargantuan fossil. This. The fossilized remains of an extinct super predator. Yeah, of an extinct super predator. Its sheer size would have prohibited from entering such an enclosed space, suggesting the geography of the planet has shifted around it over time. A true apex predator. Dated at approximately 3 million years old, ribcage measurements suggest the creature was eel-like in structure. Calculations suggest this is is only the front third of the specimen. The remains now support a vibrant microcosm of life. Note, there are a series of precise angular indentations on the rib cage suggesting a third party has taken samples from the specimen at a previous time. Probably are aliens that have been seen examining alien life. Okay, that scared me. Oh, I probably should keep an eye out for more nickel, since we haven't been here before. Okay, we've got another fossil over there. Yeah, now we're getting into area that aliens clearly have been. Let's try and scan this fossil. I don't see any large leviathans around to prevent me. You have arms. Oh, it is apparently hot here. Although I'm not actually taking much damage. Sea Dragon Skeleton. A semi-intact skeletal structure of a Leviathan-class predator. Head trauma. There's clear evidence of massive physical trauma to the head. The damage is so severe it was likely the cause of death, and must have occurred somewhere nearby. Damage is consistent with high-speed collision with a solid object. Age. Something in the environment has helped to preserve these remains, but calcium decay suggests an approximate time of death 1,000 years ago. Bone growth suggests the creature was in the egg-laying stage of its life cycle. Head trauma? I don't know. But let's follow the alien tech to hopefully find our base. We're at about 800 meters. This looks like an alien facility.
This alien structure appears to have collapsed to the sea floor.
So it wasn't originally supposed to be on the sea floor.
Detecting an alien broadcast. Linguistic analysis reads, "Caution, hazardous materials and life forms contained within."
Okay. We've got a way in. I heard a warper. Hopefully they won't bother me in here. Okay. Oh no.
Interior walls in this section are substantially reinforced, indicating the designers were seeking either to keep something out or contain it within. Whatever their intention, it clearly failed.
I probably should start having some of those tablets on me when I'm going to be exploring alien ruins, or when I might be exploring alien ruins. So far, they've always given me a tablet nearby, but I can't promise that will always be the case. Sea Dragon Egg. This large egg is held in a hermetically sealed environment and has been chemically sterilized. Without the means at the facility to house a fully grown sea dragon specimen, it is possible the alien sought to study instead the egg-laying and incubation process. To what end is unclear. Hey, Haley. Howdy. You and your dinos are vibing. I'm having a great time. Just exploring around, figuring out what all is going on here. I've seen a playthrough of this game, so I have some knowledge, but I don't remember everything. It was years ago. So, yeah. Just trying to figure out what all is going on and keep the story progressing. Ray species on 4546b. Different species of ray indigenous to 4546b, each adapted to different environments. The specimens are 99.99% genetically identical to those encountered on the planet today, suggesting the rays in particular have undergone little evolutionary mutation in the past millennium. Ghost rays, jelly rays, crimson rays, and rabbit rays likely all share a common evolutionary ancestor. The alpha ray would have evolved deep in the ocean trenches, quickly growing in line with available food supplies. It would have most resembled the ghost ray in size and appearance, with translucent skin for camouflage, and forward-mounted eyes for hunting, a fast and fearsome stalker of small creatures in the dark. While some rays have stayed within the limits of the cave systems where they first evolved, others are relatively more recent adaptations to new environments, likely the results of overpopulation. All of the rays on 4546b have given up predation in favor of herbivorous scavenging and use poisonous flesh to protect themselves. The game is a lot of fun. It's sort of a bit of a survival game where you've got to keep your food and water, but that is a more minor mechanism. Most of it is trying to figure out what's going on in the environment and how you can use the environment to help you with whatever you're with the goal of getting off the planet. Because it starts out with us crash landing here. So what we know is that the aliens built a giant laser to enforce a quarantine. There's some sort of infection on this planet that they hadn't figured out how to solve, and so they just set up a laser to shoot down any ships trying to enter or leave this planet. And then the aliens seem to have just disappeared. And so we're now trapped on this planet. We can't get off because of the laser. So we've got to somehow figure out how to undo that quarantine. And then also collect resources in order to, we eventually found out, build a rocket to get off of the planet. So that's our current goal. And meanwhile, to work on that goal, we're just trying to find out what's going on. So in this case, we're in an alien facility, downloading their data to see if it has useful clues.
Integrating new PDA data.
Damage report. Leviathan detected at facility perimeter closing at high speed. Exterior anchor cable impacted with massive force. Exterior anchor system buckling. Facility sinking. Collision with seafloor. Breaches detected in containment unit 7, Leviathan eggs. Immediate specimen destruction protocol initiated. 314 specimens destroyed. 1 specimen unaccounted for. Evacuating staff to off-site sanctuaries. Planetary quarantine protocol initiated. Warning, infected individuals may not leave the planet. So they were studying Leviathan species. This is here in this facility, which we know this facility was their... Where's our clues? Scan data? No. Codes and clues. So this was their disease research facility. They had Leviathan species in eggs housed here, and presumably the mama Leviathan got upset and rammed this facility, breaking their support anchoring system, causing the facility to crash down and flood. They immediately destroyed all the species except apparently one. And the aliens then hid in off-site sanctuaries because they couldn't get off the planet because of the quarantine. And I assume that alien fossil we saw outside, wherever it was, fauna, deceased, sea dragon skeleton, it died 1,000 years ago due to massive trauma to the head from a high-speed collision with a solid object. So we're led to believe that this sea dragon was trying to get to its young and rammed this facility, destroying the facility, but also killing itself. Is it on PC or console? I'm playing on PC. It wouldn't surprise me if it was also available on console, but I haven't tried it. I play most of my games on PC. Skeletal remains. Remains of research specimen. The skeletal remains of a vast predator housed within an artificial habitat. The environment constructed to house the specimen suggests it was kept alive in containment for research purposes for months or even years. Organic matter indicates the habitat once supported extensive plant life, though it has since decayed. When the facility collapsed, this specimen was either left to die or killed on the spot. I don't use a webcam. I just never really interested me in showing my face on my streams. I could do it, but my computer currently doesn't even have a webcam. So, it's not really my thing. Evolution. While it shares some skeletal traits with the biter and sand sharks, including its distinctive double-eyed sockets, this fossilized specimen is significantly larger and features unusual forearms rarely seen in aquatic species. This species has likely gone extinct in the past 1,000 years, and its evolutionary relatives have evolved almost beyond recognition. Yeah, I've seen most do use webcams, and I've considered it, but not enough to actually bother getting a webcam. I'm fine with just playing games and giving commentary. Is there anything else in this facility? Yes, there is.
Residual biological evidence suggests indigenous life forms were brought to this location and subjected to intensive study. Data pertaining to the bacterium is being downloaded. Caution. Detecting atypical fluctuations in blood plasma proteins. A self-scan is strongly advised.
Kara contagion profile. This terminal contains extensive data regarding the bacterial contagion identified as Kara. We know that we are infected with this, and that is what the quarantine is about, is this Kara. Discovery. First encountered during routine network expansion on Outer Worlds. Pandemic development. Network error resulted in routine quarantine procedure failure. Contagion was uploaded to and spread quickly through the core worlds. Confirmed deaths, 143 billion individuals. Whoa. So, the aliens that were doing the quarantine and study, they're doing this study after their core worlds had massive extinctions from this bacteria. Bacterial mechanism attaches to healthy living cells and mutates the basic genetic structure. Symptoms: Stage 1, gradual immune system failure. Stage 2, green skin lesions and flu-like symptoms. Stage 3, unpredictable alterations to biological structures. Stage 4, complete shutdown of executive function. Emergency steps taken. Core worlds quarantine. Bacterial samples distributed to isolated disease research facilities for vaccine development. Treatment procedure unknown. So, we are on one of these remote disease research worlds. What did you miss, Pseudonym? Well, we've gotten down to their research facility. It's recommending we do a self-scan.
Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
Bacterial infection report. You have been infected with a previously unknown waterborne bacterium. It is currently multiplying in your bloodstream. Estimated incubation time 2 weeks. Your immune system is currently combating the infection at low efficacy. I was wanting to say efficiency, but that's not what that word is. You may already be experiencing flu-like symptoms and skin irritation. These will likely be exacerbated as the bacterium takes hold. Your immediate priority should be abatement and eradication of the infection. Recommended steps: salvage further alien research data on a possible vaccine. Investigate the mechanisms which have enabled the indigenous ecosystem to inhibit the symptoms of the infection. I don't have that much of a community. A few people watch, but mainly I'm just playing the game. People will chat, and I will respond as I notice. I try to keep some eye on chat. Okay. So... oh, that's bad. So our infection has increased, clearly. Warper parts. The organic parts on display contain DNA from dozens of different organisms, largely originating off-world. They are in varying states of augmentation with advanced technologies. This production line setup suggests these self-warping constructs were built, maintained, and deployed by the aliens that designed this facility. Okay.
30 seconds.
Oh no. How did I get in here and how do I get back out? Let's grab that. Not that it's important at the moment.
Oxygen.
Here we go. Kind of forget that I have an oxygen limit at this point, but I do. I do have a Discord. I don't have the link at the moment. I'm not good about that. It's not really my Discord. It's a group Discord that I am part of. Again, I don't have a major community. So, yeah, let's get back to where we were. So warpers were created here. Created and maintained here to enforce the quarantine. Self-warping quarantine enforcer unit. This life form shows signs of heavy genetic modification and extensive mechanical grafting. Its digestive and pulmonary systems have been replaced by an onboard battery, receiving energy directly from the main grid and distributing around the body. Miniaturized phase technology has been implanted beneath the skin and is triggered by the central nervous system, allowing the construct to teleport at will. The brain and central nervous system have been digitally augmented with advanced processing power and remote communications. Assessment: programmable hunter-killer. Avoid. Okay. So it looks like this facility was mainly researching a couple of Leviathan species before one of the Leviathan parents got upset at them and destroyed the facility by ramming it. Dying in the process, but destroying the facility. And that's what actually started the full lockdown of the quarantine. One problem is that we have a gate here that I did not bring a tablet for, and there's no tablet around. So I'm gonna have to come back, which makes me sad. Disease research facility. But we should now be able to get back. Yeah, that sounds good, Haley. I will try and find out the Discord link. It's never been a...
Lord Captain.
Discord hasn't been a large priority of mine, so I haven't focused on it much. But there is a Discord that I do use in... Hey, Warper, post in. Letting people know when I'm starting my streams and such. Okay, let's get out of here. So, we want to head in the general direction of the proposed Agassi habitat. So that's how we got in. Actually, I don't think I've scanned these guys yet. Kind of don't want to because they're scary. And there's a warper around here somewhere. Alright, you. I will scan you. Let's get my stasis rifle back out. River Prowler. Man, this scan is taking forever. Okay. River Prowler, fast, agile predator discovered at great depths. Yeah, YouTube is easy way to find my content. It'll all end up there. I don't see a message, but I'm also not amazing at Discord or Twitch or anything. I see that you followed me. Thanks for that. No, so I'm pretty new to getting affiliate, so I haven't bothered going through and setting all the things up. I'll get there someday. River Prowler, a fast, agile predator discovered at great depth. Jaws, powerful jaws used for both savaging prey and warding off larger predators. Torso, its eel-like torso is highly vulnerable, consisting predominantly of spinal column and cartilage. It shows significant overlap with other eel-like predators on 4546B. Attack profile, it will aggressively keep its jaws facing its opponent, but smaller, faster life forms may have the advantage. Assessment avoid. Alright. How do I get out of here? I got in here, there's got to be a way out. But of course I didn't map how I got in, I just headed in here. I know it's going up. Generally. But did I start down there? I think I did, actually. I think I came in through here. Yeah. Thank you. Affiliate's cool, and I will get it set up, but mainly I'm here just to play games and chat a little bit with people. If a community develops, that'll be cool, but I'm not aiming for this to be like a full-time job like some people. It's just a thing to do in my spare time. Sure, if you have suggestions for improvements, feel free to let me know. I need company through the scary parts? Sure. Let's see. Okay, we've found our ghost Leviathan. So we're heading in the right direction. Man, this feels so slow. Yeah, I will look at the Discord request. At the moment I don't have Discord open because I don't want the notifications showing up while I'm trying to play games. So Discord is a thing I do outside of my actual streaming time. Okay. Okay, I think we are out of the fossil cave, which means we are now, yeah, the Degassi habitat. Do I want to try scanning the crab squid? Kind of. There was only one, right? No, there's two. Why are there two? Alright. We're gonna try this, and it's going to turn out extremely poorly. Oh, you are taking on a warper. Hey, crab squid. Please scan quickly. Okay. Where is my sea moth? It's over here. Okay, let's get out of here. No, no, no. Warper, no. Warper warped me right next to a crab squid. Where is my ship? Way over there. That was rude, Warper. Huh. Alright. We are out of there. Let's read up on the crab squid. It is not actually listed as a leviathan. It is just a carnivore. Crab squid. This large predator can be found in deep waters, where it lurks amongst the blood kelp and membrane trees in search of prey. It can deploy a powerful electromagnetic pulse to defend itself. Limbs. 10 limbs feature different appendages for swimming, walking, hunting, and possibly even tool use. Creatures caught in its grasp are expertly butchered and quickly consumed. Behavior. Rays and other illuminated herbivores are its usual prey, and it will approach and attack any light source in the vicinity. Its EMP blast was likely developed as a response to predation by creatures with electrical hunting mechanisms. Intelligence. While crab squids appear to have large brains and a resemblance to the intelligent squids of Earth, the organs inside the creature's head is in fact its stomach, which it must fill with startling regularity. Assessment. Neutralizes electrical equipment. Lights attract its unwanted attention. Yeah, we're just gonna get away from you entirely. So we've got more details on the Kara bacteria that we're infected with. We know that they were studying leviathans specifically in a hope of trying to find that cure, though we don't know why. And that's kind of all that we learned there. But we need to go back with a purple tablet, which is unfortunate. I'm sure we have the parts to make one, though. Just hate that we've got to travel all this way, build the tablet, and then head all the way back. So I'll probably build a couple of spare tablets and keep them on our Seamoth at all times, just so we have them available in the future. Nearly back home, though. Portable scanner and fabber would be great. Yeah. Portable fabricator would be nice. Once I get around to building the Cyclops, you can build a fabricator on it, and then we just drive the submarine everywhere. And that will just have our fabricator with us, as well as all of our resources. And we just hope that no Leviathans destroy our submarine.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. What was I wanting to do? I was wanting to build a tablet. Right. Which was what? Purple tablet is an ion cube and 2 diamonds. Ion cube and nickel ore. Okay. We've got some ion cubes. Let's grab a couple of diamonds. And 2 nickel ore. Wrong way. Here. 2 nickel. Perfect.
Seek fluid intake.
Quiet you. Alright. We'll build 2 of the purple tablets, and then 1 of the orange tablets. That will give us a purple and an orange to just leave in here. And then I'll take a purple to open up that missing gate that we Oh, the tree's not fully grown yet.
Vital signs stable.
Replant you. There. And then let's eat a whole bunch of you to try and fill up the rest of our water. There we go. Okay, now let's head right back to where we just came from. What other games do I play? At the moment, my games I've been playing is on Fridays every other week. I play this, Subnautica. And then... where is the... Saturdays I've been playing through the Half-Life series, and I'm now on to Half-Life Alyx. Turn that back on. And on Sundays I've been playing through... Wow, it's like right below our base. On Sundays I've been playing through Tears of the Kingdom. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So... yeah, those are my 3 games at the moment. Subnautica, Half-Life Alyx, and Tears of the Kingdom. We've still got plenty of ways left through Tears of the Kingdom, so that's going to be going for a while. I think we're getting closer towards the end of Subnautica, and then I'll have to decide if I want to go straight into the sequel, or if I want to play something else beforehand. And Half-Life Alyx is a fairly short game, so we've probably only got a couple of weeks left of that before I decide something else to play. But yeah, I try and keep a large variety of games I play, rather than just playing one game or a small collection of games. A healthy mix of newer games and older games, and... yeah. Alright, this isn't where I'm wanting to be, but it's interesting. Where is the Degassi base? Basically right below us, but that was... whoa! Not the entrance. I think the entrance is over here. Lies of P? I have not. That's the... sort of a hack and slash game based off of Pinocchio, right? Which sounds really strange hearing that description, but I think that's what it was. I've heard of it, but I think it's following sort of the Dark Souls or the Soulsborne formula, which I've never really gone out of my way for. Because Soulsbornes typically are less about the story and more about the combat, and I definitely play games more for the story. So there's probably Soulsbornes that do put a lot more effort into the story, but I just naturally have avoided that game style. Is that an egg or is that uranium? Uranite crystal. How about that?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Cool. We'll pick up some uranium while we're here. Yeah, so at some point I'll probably try out some Soulsborne games, but it's never been a high priority for me. There are lots of other games with great stories that I want to experience. Like, my oldest brother was telling me that I should play Elden Ring because he loves it, and I'm like, isn't that the same thing where it's just insane difficult combat? with minimal story. Although, from what I understand, Elden Ring actually has more story than a lot of the Soulsborne games. Like, they put a lot more effort into that, but still. It's like, I don't know, that sounds like the opposite of the direction of games I'm specifically looking for. Whereas he wants the hardest challenge and doesn't care about the story, I'm perfectly willing to turn down difficulty so that I can experience the story easily enough. So it's a different intention with gaming. Though I typically try and play games generally on normal, standard difficulty. But I've never been one of the people who tries to turn games up to the max difficulty and see if I can force my way through with enough tries. Do I like first-person shooter games? I have never been good at them, and so traditionally I've avoided them. But that was one of the reasons I wanted to get into the Half-Life series, was that that's a game series that everyone always talks about, but I've never gotten into playing it because I've avoided shooters, because they're difficult for me. So, forced myself to play through the Half-Life series, and it was actually quite good. There's definitely clunkiness with it, just due to its age. Specifically Half-Life 1 and the side parallel games with it. So, Opposing Force and Blue Shift. Half-Life 2 feels a lot smoother and easier to play. And then Half-Life Alyx is entirely different, being a VR game. But they've been enjoyable enough, but first-person shooters are never going to be my predominant gameplay. Okay, we have made it back to the facility with a tablet. So what have they been hiding from me? Specimen research data.
Integrating new PDA data.
A catalog of information on the organisms previously contained within the alien facility. A number of entries have been translated. Small herbivore Gamma. This entry seems to reference the common peeper. Shows no immunity to infection. Death commonly occurs within 4 days. Shows symptoms remission on exposure to enzyme 42, but symptoms quickly reoccur. Shows advanced learning behaviors. Shows some capacity to transmit enzymes to other species. Leviathan embryos. Adult specimen too large to study in containment. Egg specimens acquired from nesting site. Embryos shows no sign of immunity. Death commonly occurs within 3 weeks. Small samples of eggs have been retained for continued high-priority research on Leviathan hatching mechanisms. Large carnivore Theta. Offsite lab established to study remains. Shows some potential for immunity to infection, but physical remains so far proved insufficient for full reconstruction. Unidentified Leviathan. This Leviathan species has been assigned designator Sea Emperor. Bone samples from Emperor specimens indicate some potential for Kara immunity. Single specimen captured for study at purpose-built containment facility constructed in volcanic region at 1.4 kilometers depth, which we can't go anywhere near. Assessment. While it is unlikely that the Emperor specimen is still contained within the facility described, it may be possible to acquire further data there on the aliens' attempts to develop a vaccine. Alright, well, see you, Haley. I'll actually be getting off fairly soon. I usually stream for about 4 hours. So, probably just make it back to the base and then call it good. So, we now have a location of another facility to check out to get more information about the aliens' attempt at synthesizing a cure. Hey, Warper. Feel free to leave me alone. I don't want to get attacked by you. I think I've mostly figured out the way in and out of this facility, which I guess is good, but hopefully I don't have to come back here anytime soon. So we've got a lot of big scary predators that I don't want to deal with. Alright. I will keep that in mind, Haley. Thanks. once I'm done streaming. Man, that is a massive fossil. Am I going the right way? Yeah. I think. Yes. There's the skull and the ghost leviathan, so we are going the right way. Just hearing the ghost leviathan scream and then the music changes. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. But I think it's mostly leaving us alone. And then the Degassi base is up here. Well, I'll have to avoid the warpers and the crab squid. Oh, I should have been still looking around for nickel that might be in the area. And I betcha there's nickel below the water level. Water being an odd term because we're obviously underwater. Did I go the wrong way? No. Maybe? No, okay. Yep. This is the right way. Looked like the cave was ending. Also, my Seamoth is very damaged. I hear you, Warper. You don't need to attack me. Alright, see you, Haley. Okay, we're back to the surface, so we'll want to head to home base. Then after the stream is over, I'm probably going to take some time to just do some resource gathering of, you know, the main normal ingredients. I'm not going to go, you know, down there again to pick up nickel. For the rarer materials, I can gather them as I need them, but just probably collect a bunch of titanium, copper, silver, gold, etc. Things that are in the nearby area. Not progress the story at all. Maybe build a better storage location on base. And then hopefully next time I'll have the resources ready to build a Cyclops. Then we can really get going. I think that's a good plan. Alright, let's do a quick repair of our ship before we dock.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Here we are. So, next time, I think we don't have any more messages. Yeah, we don't have any more radio messages unless one comes in. I think the plan for next time is to build the Cyclops and then try and get down to thermal power facility, maybe? Is that what we want, or should I go? They said there was another facility even deeper, 1.4, in a volcanic region. So we can assume reasonably that that facility, because volcanic at 1.2, the thermal facility and the Kara Leviathan study for the Sea Emperor are probably pretty close to each other. But I don't know if the Cyclops can actually get all the way down to 1.4, or if I need to build upgrades for depth. Because there are probably, yeah, Cyclops depth modules. Plasteel and nickel, I can probably do. Actually, is there a base Cyclops depth module? Probably should be. We've got a Mark 1 for the Seamoth and a Mark 1 for the Prawn Suit. I don't have a Mark 1 for the Cyclops depth. And the Mark 2 needs the Mark 1. That's awkward. Is that a thing that I've found? No, I've got Cyclops engine efficiency. Well, that's a problem. I haven't found the Cyclops Mark 1 depth module yet. Oh, we had a bunch of purple tablets here. I didn't need to build a bunch more. Darn. Oh well, I should have kept them on me. Put the uranium in here. Yeah, so next time, I think that's the plan. We'll build the Cyclops, see if its depth does go down to 1,200 or maybe 1,400 kilometers. If not, then I might have to figure out where to get the Cyclops depth module 1, and then try and get to the point where I can build... Oh, I can build it. Why did it... Cyclops upgrades show up in their own location rather than with all the other vehicle upgrades? Really? Okay. Rubies and plasteel, we can do that. So we'll build the Mark 1. Mark 2, plasteel and nickel, I think we can do. We might need more nickel, which is tedious, but I can do that. We don't have access to kyanite, so we can't get the Mark 3. But that's a thought. Let's try and get a depth module as well. But yes, that's the plan for next time. Build the Cyclops and try and get down to some of those facilities. Yeah. Hope you all had fun, and I will see you next time, probably in 2 weeks, when we continue with more Subnautica.